Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be designing a road network intersection having the sidewalk and also the bike lane, which you can also call the bicycle lane. In the previous video, we were able to design a road intersection network without the sidewalk and the bicycle lane. But in this video and in this tutorial video, we are going to be including the sidewalk and the bicycle lane. So the first thing is to open our Netedit just like what we have displayed on the screen. So there are some terminologies that I will be using that I already explained in the previous video, and there are some steps in which I've already explained in the previous video that I might be skipping in order to make it a bit more faster. So if you have any question regarding this, you can drop it in the comment section. And also, you can also watch the previous video I made under the intersection network using Sumo Netedit. So let us start. So we already introduced our grid into the interface. This is it, and here is our edge node we're using creating the edge and the link. Then this is the edge opposite direction, showing that it has to move in the two directions. So we don't forget to click on this. Also, since we are going to be introducing our sidewalk, the pedestrian lane, and also the bicycle lane, when we come under the create edge here, we see add sidewalk, then add bike lane, and we click on this. So after when we've done that, we can proceed to draw intersection. Then we can have something like this. So when I zoom in, this is what we'll have. Okay, in order to avoid, so we can just return this to inspect mode. So when I zoom in, you can see the pedestrian lane. If I zoom in where you can see the bicycle, showing that this is the bicycle lane, and this is the two directional lane for the vehicles. And the other side also we have the same thing, the pedestrian lane, the bicycle lane, because we're using a two directional lane, and it goes it's also the same for the other part of this intersection. You can see same thing here. So it's quite easier for us to do this the moment we begin the intersection. So before we draw a network, the first thing, like I said, is put it on the two directional lane, and we click on the add sidewalk and add the bike lane. So whatever we're doing, it will be included automatically, just like what we have here. So after when we've done that, or we have been able to accomplish that, if we want to increase the number of lanes, because presently on this part of the road we have three lanes, that is the one vehicle lane, we have the bicycle lane, and we have the pedestrian lane, which makes it three. The same thing for the other direction also. But if we want to increase the number of lanes due to maybe the kind of the road network we want to build, then we can just click on this. Don't forget we are still on inspect mode. We click on this. Now you can see automatically shows that we have number of lanes as three, which explains the bicycle lane, the pedestrian lane, and the vehicle lane. So if I decide to increase this to five, that means we are going to be having three vehicle lanes, one bicycle lane, and one pedestrian lane. And this is it. So three vehicle lane, one bicycle lane, or what we call the bike lane, and here is the pedestrian lane, which we call the sidewalk also. So, and you can also do the same for the other side. Click on it. Then from three we change to five. So we have something like that. You can proceed to do the same for the other parts of the road network. Change this to five. So it all depends. There are sometimes maybe due to the configuration of the road network, we might not necessarily change all the sites to 5 lanes. Some might be three, some might be four due to one or two conditions in which I already explained it in the other video. But for the sake of this tutorial video, we're going to stick it all to five. We're going to stick to five, three, then two. The same thing for this. So the north lane also five, then this also we have it as five. So this is what it's going to look like after one we have been able to change everything. So there are all 5 lanes now, three vehicle lanes, one pedestrian lane, and also one bike lane or the bike lane or the bicycle lane. So, so this is it. So the next thing we're going to do after when we have been able to do this is to go under the connection mode. So this connection mode will reset and set up the connections for this road network at every point on the road. So when we click on connection mode, you can see we have the connection. The default connection is being highlighted. You can see this is the default connection. And I already explained more on this in the previous video. So we have the connection at the point of an intersection. And this is also where we're going to be having our traffic lights. We're still coming to that. And here we can see the default setting of this route shows that we have the three true lanes. We have one left turn lane and one right turn lane attached to two parts of the lanes. So if the the traffic flow on this road has more true lanes compared to the left turn lane or the right turn lane, then we can use this. That is, if there is high traffic or high traffic flow for true lanes, so we can have it in this form. But if the traffic flow for the true lane, it's in in a reasonable form, then maybe rather than having it or for the three lanes here, we can just limit it to two. That is here and here, then we can take this one off. So then how do we edit the lanes? Then we go into editing each and every of the lanes. So we can edit the lanes. And so for the first one, when we click on this particular lane, still on the connection mode, when I click on this, it shows that, let me come down. So this is the source lane. What do we want to edit this source lane with? This source lane, it can move in this particular lane. It cannot move on the bicycle lane and also on the pedestrian lane. That is why it's showed as conflict. Yellow means conflict. There is no way we can move in that direction, and this vehicle is moving in that direction. So the target lane, this will be the target lane, but this will be the target lane, which is the green color, while the other green is the possible target lane. That is, if we want to extend it to any of this. So here is the target lane, yes, which is correct. Do we also want it as a true lane here? Yes, we do. So that is why we could have this. But is there any other connections from here? No. So the two connections from here, they're quite okay. So we are going to stay or keep that. So we have it as a true lane and we also have it as a right turn lane at the point of intersection. So then we click on OK. But before I continue, let's come back to the pedestrian lane. So pedestrian lane here, how do we want to set the pedestrian lane here? So how do we want it to be? For the pedestrian lane, we can have them moving in the right turn lane, and we can also have the true lane here. So that means in order to be able to change this, click on control, then you click on the particular lane we want the pedestrian to move across. And the same thing for this particular place, you click on control, then you click on this lane, then you're able to establish those two lanes. So the true lane for the pedestrian, then the right hand lane for the pedestrian. So those are the two possible lanes, and we click on OK. Then we move to the bicycle lane. For the bicycle lane, you can have it as a true lane, in which you can see here. You can have it as a bicycle lane, and also you can also have it as a right hand lane. But not just that, it can also be a form of a diagonal lane here, that is bicycles or bikes moving in this direction to this particular lane, the point of intersection. So we can have this. So we can also create this. So that makes it blue. Then we click on OK. So just to be sure of what we have done, the pedestrian lane goes in the right turn lane and also the true lane. Then the bicycle lane, sorry, okay. The bicycle lane can have the right turn, then the true lane, then we have the lane leading to the other side of the road here. So then the first lane we have here, we have the true lane and we have the right turn lane. In which when we get to the point of when we introduce our traffic lights, then we know this is going to be a priority. This is going to be a green priority, then this will be a minor priority at that point. But when we get there, we'll be able to explain better. Then, so since we have been able to explain that, we'll move to the next one. I know this is going to take a little time because to put all these things together takes time. And any mistake here will really affect the traffic behavior when we export this information to SUMO-GUI. So we just have to be very careful with whatever thing we're doing right now. So moving to the next one, we click on this. This can only be a trailing, yes. So we want it as a trailing, so then just stay with that. Then we move to this. Then this can be a trailing, yes. Then it can also be, it can also go in this direction. So that is, so we can click on OK. So we've been able to edit everything on this particular lane. So I have to be a bit fast with this, moving to the next lane. I have to skip all this, but for some who didn't understand some of the things we have done in this lane. So in the process of doing it in the second, third, and fourth lane, I think by that point we'll be able to understand better. So we zoom in on this particular lane, we click on the first one, which is the pedestrian lane. You click on the control button, then wherever lane we want to create, then we can go ahead and create it, which is that. And also we ought to have a true lane here. So the true lane, click on the control button there. We also have a true lane. When we are through with that, we click on OK. Then moving to the next one. The next one is the bicycle lane. We click on the bicycle lane. So for the bicycle lane, we can have this, yes, which is already created. We can also have it in form of a true lane, which is this. Then for the bicycle lane, we can also have the movement to this point automatically. So we'll click on OK. So we've been able to create that. Then moving to the next one, which is this. So we know we can have the right turn lane, yes. We can also have the true lane. So that is the two. Then we'll click on OK. Then the next one, this is just going to be a true lane. This is just a true lane. Click on OK. Then at this point, oh, so this particular one, we have to remove this. We will also remove this because we don't want three true lanes. So it's only the right turn lane, which is this. For this, we ought to remove, so we can only have it in that form. That's okay. So, which is this. So I guess I have to edit this also, which is, I need to take this off. So, so this is just for the left one, so the left one, and also the left one. So the same thing for this, we click on this, or before we start with that, let's start with the pedestrian lane, hold down the shift, then we have the movement here, then we also have the movement here, then okay. The next is this. This is already created. We also know this is also going to be, this is also created, which is the two, then we click on OK. For the bicycle lane, we have this, then we have this, those are the two sources. Then moving to this, we know we're going to be having that lane, and also this lane we have here, so that makes it two. Okay, and for the true lane, which is this, which is still active, but for this other lane, we will have to close this lane, but we can only have this lane, and click on OK. So this is just one lane, true lane, then two lanes out of this. I think this is the one we have left, so we will also do the same thing. Click on this, create this, create this, then click on OK. After the next one, don't forget this is the only true lane here. This is already the left turn lane, so we have to delete this lane or this link. So okay, okay. So for this particular lane, I didn't activate this. And just okay. So so this is our connection. The reason why I do undo then click on it again is to have this color, so it helps to know all the links that have been created within the intersection and how the movement of the vehicle flow will look like. So we started by creating our intersection, that is the road network with an intersection. But this time around, we're able to introduce the bicycle lane and the pedestrian lane, not also forgetting that it has to be a two-directional lane, just what we have here. Then after when we're able to do that, we were able to increase the number of lanes because initially we have a default of three lanes, able to increase that to five, having three vehicle lanes, one pedestrian lane and one vehicle lane. We went further to also we went further to also have our connection mode. We clicked on the connection mode where we have the default connection, but we're able to set it the way we want it to be, what we've been able to create here. And this is it. So the next thing we're going to be doing afterwards is to introduce our traffic light at this intersection and editing the traffic light. So at that point, it's going to be a little bit complicated because we have a lot of connections here. So we're going to try, I'm going to try as much as possible to explain it in a way whereby we can all understand. Also, not forgetting that we have the bicycle lane and the pedestrian lane, with the vehicle lane all interacting together and also obeying the traffic lights. So that is what we're going to be looking into.